What is up, you guys? My name is legoletegamer, and welcome back here, guys, to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. In today's video, guys, I'm going to be showcasing the Reaver Rodeo Epic variant. So I did get this gun from the new triple play threat supply drop. It basically guarantees you a Mark II epic weapon, so I did get this from a supply drop. So I'm really excited, guys, to show you this gun. I'm going to be talking about the variant and what it actually does, and then I'll also show you guys the best class setup for the gun and how to make it really overpowered. And then towards the end, I'll give my honest opinion of the gun and whether or not it's actually worth crafting the 4,000 salvage in order to craft the weapon. So if you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you guys do definitely drop a like. That would really help me out, guys. And if you are new here to the channel, make sure you guys do definitely subscribe for some more Call of Duty content. But anyway, let's go ahead and get straight on into the video. So this variant is definitely very versatile from the other epic variants. It's definitely something very special. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the variant. So I'll show you guys a screenshot of the variant right now. So let's get into what it actually does and what makes this gun really versatile from the other weapons. So anyway, the first thing that this gun gives you is surplus. So this is definitely a very interesting perk. So each time you kill an enemy with the Reaver, you get 100 points, and then after that it drops a little score streak pack. So this score streak pack is worth 25 points. So basically this gun has a built-in hardline perk, which is awesome. So it usually only takes about 5 kills to get a UAV, but with this gun, when you pick up these score streak packs, it takes only 4 kills. But you do have to keep in mind that the your teammates and yourself can only get these score streak packs, so you don't have to worry about the enemies actually getting it. And of course, you do have to kill an enemy with the Reaver in order for the perk to actually work. But like I said, guys, this is definitely very useful because you can get your score streaks extremely quickly. The gameplay, guys, I got 2 advanced UAVs and wardens, and I wasn't even close to actually getting them if I used something like an MB4. So this gun is definitely very good in the fact that you can get your score streaks extremely quickly. So the surplus perk is definitely something very good, and you can see that getting the higher score streaks like the Apex and also the RC8, it literally takes only about 13 kills to get the highest score streak, whereas it would take about 16 kills. So you can definitely see a big difference that the surplus perk does help you out to get your score streaks faster. So that is one of the perks that it gives you. Now the second perk that it gives you is sharpshooter, and this is pretty good because it does increase the range of the gun. So it basically stacks with rifle barrel, because you guys know that shotguns, they're not the best when it comes to range unless it's something like a Brecci, but still this gun does have very poor range. So I do like the fact that you do get rifle barrel with the actual epic variant. So anyway, that is going to be the variant for the gun. Like I said, I enjoy using this gun so much on maps like Frontier and Genesis and Crusher, like you're seeing the gameplay. This gun just absolutely melts, and you can see that you can get your warden in less than 8 kills. That's pretty much insane if you just consistently and always constantly pick up the score streak packs, which you get from killing somebody with the Reaver. You can see that you're getting your score streaks extremely fast. So this is definitely the best part about the variant. Now let's get into the actual class setup that I was using in this gameplay in order to get this awesome score streaks and all that kind of stuff. So I have a really good class setup for this gun. It's definitely going to make it extremely overpowered. So anyway, guys, I'll show you guys the class setup right now on screen. So anyway, let's get straight on into the attachments. So the first attachment I run here is extended mags. Now you guys know when you're using a gun like a Brecci or any type of semi-automatic shotgun, I usually like using extended mag as an attachment because it does allow me to have more ammunition, and that allows me to kill more people at once. Because guys, trust me, once you're playing in those maps like Frontier and Genesis, people are just going to be stacking up, and if you're not running extended mags, you're going to see that you're going to reload in the middle of a gunfight, and that is definitely something you don't want to do. You want to be aggressive when you're using this gun. Like any shotgun, you definitely do want to use extended mags because it will always help you to stay high on some ammunition. So you definitely do need to run extended mags because you do also lose ammo very quickly with this gun. I do definitely feel like that you need extended mags. Now the next attachment I run here is suppressor. I love using suppressor with any type of gun in this game because it does really help out. Although this is a shotgun and usually I won't use suppressor, I still like using suppressor because if you're going on those longer streaks, trust me, you do want to be using suppressor. In stints and a shotgun is very noisy. People are always going to be hearing you if you're not going to use a silencer. So I do definitely recommend that you should use a silencer. And of course, the epic variant already comes with rifle barrel, is stacked with the one of the perks that it gives you. So you definitely suppressor won't be too much of a downfall when you actually use it with this gun. Now the next attachment I run here is foregrip. Now you might be asking yourself, why would you use foregrip on a shotgun? Well, this is actually important with this gun because the recoil is very up on this gun. I mean, the recoil does go insanely high because like you won't be ADSing with this gun anyway. You're just gonna be hip firing, but I can still see without foregrip, and when I'm hip firing people, the recoil does go up a lot, and it really just kind of struggles to actually kill somebody. So that's why I do recommend in actually using foregrip, so it can get rid of that extra recoil, because trust me, it's definitely going to help you out, and it's going to make the gun a lot more enjoyable, and you don't have to worry too much about the recoil going up. So I do definitely run foregrip. Now that is pretty much going to be the class setup that I use for this gun. Now let's get into the perks that I'm using, because the perk setup is pretty much the same that I usually use with my guns. So anyway, let's get straight on into that. So the first perk I run here is dexterity. Of course, dexterity is needed because trust me guys, when you're going to be going through enemy spawns and you're going to be shooting people a lot, trust me, you're going to run out of ammo really quickly. And even though we do have extended mags, I still feel like you need dexterity, because that is definitely going to help you to always be stacked with ammo, and that's definitely going to result in you actually killing a lot more people. So definitely I do recommend to run dexterity. Now the next perk I run here is ghost. I love using ghost, of course, because we do have the silencer, and that is definitely going to help us to stay off the UAV mini maps, because trust me, the UAV is the most common score streak in any type of Call of Duty, and being able to stay away from the UAV is definitely going to be a big advantage. So I do run ghost. Now the second perk I run here is scavenger. Of course, that's pretty obvious. If you guys want to go on some longer kill streaks, you definitely need to run scavenger, because you do not want to be picking up somebody else's gun. You want to be continuing to use this gun, because once you don't use the Reaver, you're not going to get the benefit of actually getting the score streak packs, and that will result in actually taking a longer time to get your score streak. So you do definitely need to use scavenger in order to kill people with the Reaver, and that will result in you getting the score streak packs. So I do definitely recommend that you should still run scavenger. Now the last perk I run here is dead silence. Of course, dead silence is definitely a perk that I always like to accentuate in every single one of my videos on how important it is, especially if you're going to be using the shotgun, which is a very noisy and loud shotgun, because when you're not going to be using the silencer and ghost, people are always going to know where you're going to be, and they're always going to pre-fire you. So you definitely need dead silence, because that's going to allow you to flank around enemy spawns, and people are going to have a hard time spotting you because you have ghost and silencer and also dead silence, which is just an awesome stealthy combo to have. So that's pretty much going to be the class setup for this gun. Now let's talk about if it's worth the 4,000 salvage in order to craft this weapon, and that simple answer, guys, is yes. I do recommend you craft this weapon. One of my favorite things about this gun is the surplus perk. It definitely does help out a lot, and that makes this gun a lot more enjoyable. I mean, if I'm playing on a map like Frontier, Mayday, or Genesis, any type of tight corner and compact area, I love using this gun because it definitely does melt people. It kind of does remind me a bit of the Brecci, but it's nowhere close as good as the Brecci, just because this gun does lack range, whereas the Brecci you could just literally kill people from a really long distance, from a normal SMG distance. So I don't really feel like it's one of the top tier guns to use and the top tier shotguns, but it's still a very enjoyable gun to use, and it's definitely fun to have in your class setup. So I do definitely recommend it's worth buying the 4,000 salvage for this gun. So that's pretty much going to do it for the end of the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. You guys definitely have to check out the Reaver Rodeo epic variant. It's definitely one of my favorite, and I think it's definitely better than the Reaver Machete, which is one of the epic variants. It's pretty much useless, because what that variant does is each time you get a melee kill, the player explodes actually, which isn't really too much of a useful kind of thing to have. But still, I honestly think like the Reaver Rodeo is definitely one of the most enjoyable epic variants to have in your arsenal of class setup. So that's pretty much going to do it for the end of the video, guys. I hope you all have a great day. I will be seeing you guys in the next video. So God bless this nation. Peace out, guys. Peace.